In 1847, in Hanover County, Virginia, a strange pattern began to trouble the ledgers of several plantations. Every few years, a child would simply stop appearing, not dead, not sold, just gone, and always the same age, 12. They were called many things: quiet ones, observant ones, the children who listened more than they spoke. Enslaved children learned early that silence could be safer than truth. But at 12, something changed. They were no longer considered small enough to overlook, yet not old enough to fully control. Plantation owners began watching them more closely. One such child was Isaac. Isaac had been born on the Claiborne plantation and spent his first years carrying water, counting steps between the fields and the big house without knowing why. He noticed patterns others ignored: which doors creaked, which overseer drank too much on Sundays, which rooms were never entered except at night. When Isaac turned 12, his name was marked differently in the ledger. Not sold, not transferred, just a small symbol in the margin. No explanation. That same winter, Isaac vanished. No auction records listed him. No neighboring plantations claimed a purchase. When asked, the master said only, the boy was reassigned. No one dared ask where. Over time, whispers spread among the enslaved quarters. The children who vanished were not chosen for strength, but for memory. They remembered roots, faces, habits. They had been quietly trained, not with books, but with tasks that taught observation. Late night errands, deliveries to places that did not exist on any map, messages spoken once and never repeated. Virginia's plantations sat close to roads, rivers, and cities. Someone needed eyes small enough to move unseen, minds sharp enough to remember everything, and voices young enough to be ignored. By the time officials noticed the pattern, always 12, always unrecorded, it was too late. The records were clean. No sales, no deaths, just absences. Years later, after emancipation, freed men would speak of strangers who appeared in the night during their childhoods. Boys who warned them which roads were watched, which houses were safe. They never learned the boys' names. Virginia kept finding empty spaces in its records. And the children who filled those spaces were never meant to be counted.